welcome to the live stream of HIPS HTX. That's Houston Indie Podcast Society. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Jared. Cary, you can introduce yourself.
I'm Cary, Cary the Metal Geek. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen tuning in live from New Jersey.
What's going on, guys? I'm Brandon Beat 'em Down Louds of Quote 45 Movie Podcast.
And I'm Random Randy Savage with a podcast, obviously.
Look at me.
Which one? I can't tell.
It's fine. I even have a shirt. Ask me about my podcast.
Randy, tell me about your podcast.
Oh, well, it's a long and humorous and rather titillating story about my podcast. Really, it is. You will be filled with tittles.
Let's go ahead and really introduce you guys then. All right, so we do have Brandon and Randy here from Cult 45 Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us this month. We're really excited to have you guys here.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. We are truly appreciative, especially it's not on February or any kind of like black thing happening. So thank you. It means even more to us.
Yes.
That you guys are having us. Thank you.
Not a problem.
So let's talk about Jingle Jangle. Not playing. Jingle Jangle.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Talk
no.
about it.
No. I didn't see it.
Okay, so you guys, obviously, Cult 45 Podcast. You guys, tell us a little bit about the story. Tell us about the podcast itself and where we can find you guys.
Man, well, first and foremost, they can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Cult 45 Podcast. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, you name it, we're out there. Literally, if you just type in Google Cult 45 Podcast or go to our website, cult45podcast.com, you'll find everything that you need, man. We are like everywhere like air, especially on that website. Yeah, what's crazy, man, is I did a lot of goofing around when I was a lot like younger. We'll do like just random skits for no reason because YouTube wasn't a thing, you know, because I'm fairly old. And like it was just a lot of goofing around. And by the time social media started like getting in its infancy as far as YouTube and 06 and whatnot, there wasn't like, well, I had no aspirations to do anything. And my wife wanted me to do something creative with myself. And she kept kind of pushing it. And she came up with this idea of a thing called Ask My Husband, because all of her friends would ask me questions about guys. And I didn't really like care about them that much. So I just hurt their feelings and told them exactly what was probably happening. And they're like, you should make that a show, as they wipe tears from their eyes. And I was like, I guess. So we did that for like a little bit. And I was kind of over it because some of the questions were getting like really, it was, we were a very lighthearted show. And I wanted to make jokes and skits and just clown around. But like one question got like a lot of people in their feelings. And the channel kind of sort of blew up off of that one really terrible question. It was like, why do black men date white women? And I've never dated a white woman in my entire life. And like the channel exploded. And it was all for the wrong reasons. It's basically just flame wars, all this crazy crap. And like nobody watched the video to the end. And that was like one of my harshest lessons of doing anything like this. It's like nobody pays attention to the actual content if you have a controversial question. And I was like, F this show. And I was just done. I was done doing it. I didn't want to do anything else. I literally washed my hands of the whole thing. I was so disgusted by the fact that like nobody even, because like, at the end, I was like, find who loves you. The end. Like that was like the end message. It was like, you're a racist. I was like, what? It was just like, I got called fat for the first time.
Oh, damn.
I was in shape at that time too. And that really hurt. And I was like, oh,
That really hurts, huh?
yeah. So like
When people make fun of you on the internet, that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
But I walked away from my stardom, I guess, from agitating people. And I was trying to figure out, well, I like creating stuff. I like making stuff. What can I do? And I guess I got self-conscious. I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't be seen. So I was like, let me go into the avenue of podcasting where I can be, I could wear wherever I want, look as sloppy as I want and like get stuff going. And a guy from high school that I known named Donaldson, man, me and him actually linked up. Ming met him because our first Common Palooza, we actually had the pleasure of meeting Ming Chen and giving him a shirt. And it was a good times. And it was he and I that was coming up with the idea of doing stuff. We basically just wanted to riff and joke because I usually cut up while we watch movies at home, not in the theaters. I'm not that guy. But I always have some kind of smart, snarky stuff to say as we're watching movies and stuff. And I was like, well, maybe I could do a show like that. I was trying to think of something that could be evergreen something that we have like an unlimited resource of, which is there's too many movies. It's like the ocean out there. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I had him, a couple other people, but they weren't as serious as creating content as I was. And it was our second Comic Palooza. Was our second? Yeah, it was our second Comic Palooza. I got left hanging. It was just me by myself. And my co-host left, and I wasn't in a good headspace anyway. So I was basically ready to just do a dead man walk and just go in there and just eat, you know what, and just like eat my own sack of voits. I'm really trying not to cuss, guys. Mm-hmm. So I knew Randy because he was like a hilarious dude from another show during the podcast partnership and stuff. And like I was really drunk, and at the last minute, I think it was like the day before, I was like, no, let me ask for help. Let me actually try. let me not flame out. Let me actually try. So I literally called Randy like I think either 2 or 3 days before. I sent a message to him. No, I sent a message just out in the ether. I was like, somebody, anybody. And Randy hit me up immediately. He was like, hey man, like you still need help? I was like, yes. Oh God, yes. Because like he sent a bunch of funny we did like a question and answer thing on the podcast, on the live show before that. And he always had something funny to ask. So I kept putting them up there. So I knew he was going to be hilarious. I was like, absolutely, dude. And he was like, well, I'm kind of in transition, man. I'm probably not going to be doing the show that I'm on currently. I said, well, dude, if this goes well, you're the co-host. Mm-hmm. So like we did our first podcast together as a live show on the Comic Palooza floor.
Just right into the
pretty
fire.
Impressive.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Like just immediately, just back to back. And we just became a fighting duo ever since, dude. And like I kid you not, the podcast literally went into a whole nother trajectory, and like we are where we are now. And it's mainly because of Randy, man.
Oh, so when was the very first episode, and when did Randy come on? How many episodes in?
He came on episode 89.
89. Yeah, 89, something around there. Yeah.
Episode 89. We started in like November of 2014. So this is technically our 6 years in existence. Randy's been around for 3. But yeah, it's night and day, because it's basically me, dragging an entire carcass that weighed 500 pounds by myself. You know what I mean? Like in the tundra, and then like Randy comes through, and we're just carrying a lunchbox together. It's a lot easier now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And it's pretty hard whenever you go in, especially on a live podcast, and sitting in front of a lot of people who are in a convention hall, and you don't know your dynamic yet. So. Yeah. It's really hard to sit down and do it first time. So that's pretty impressive. I'm glad you guys stuck with it, because you guys got a great show.
I think, to be fair, it wasn't my first time on that floor doing that thing. I had done it last year, but more of it was just heckling people who were walking by, just like with a megaphone. And then like I would literally not.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah, that was me. And then it's like, okay, then we shut it down, and it's like, okay, well, I got to go volunteer, because that was how we got our badges in. And I was like, so I was the door guy.
That's right.
I was like,
yeah. I forgot, because as soon as you were done helping me, you're like, all right, off to work. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cary. I love, so Comic Palooza has a podcast section for anybody who's never been there, and it was one of the first cons I'd ever been to, and I'm like, what is this? Like, these are all podcasters. They get table space in the middle of the con floor. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Why isn't everybody doing this? And they're like, well, I don't know. We don't know, but we do it here. And I'm like, this is amazing. It's literally, podcasters podcasting on the con floor for 3-4 days. Yeah. And what a great way to just what a great thing to do. And I remember just how flabbergasted I was when I saw that. And I was like, why? I really was like, why isn't every convention doing this? And still, even to this day, I'm wondering why that. But I love that you guys got thrown into the fire together. Like it's fate and destiny, man. It's like freaking Star Wars.
No, dude, it's exactly like Star Wars.
It was.
verbatim.
If like Obi-Wan had been watching, well, I guess he was watching Luke for like a whole couple years beforehand and been like, I bet I could help him out with his stuff.
He was
and I was just whining,
just watching him in the background.
I was whining just like Luke though. I was like, I have no one to help me.
No one help me.
I need these parts and things, my modulators.
But then I told B, it was like, yeah, I was listening to your show, and that was the reason why our show got better, was because I would just steal from you. And it's like, we didn't have segments in our show until I started listening to Code 45, and I was like, we should have that segment. And like, yeah, I can make some stuff up and it'll be fine. And then
it's not stealing; it's paying homage.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
And then I was like, I'll put it like an intro here, and I'll put this there, and I'll have guys here, and we can make funny noises here, and I could do all that. And it's like, yeah, of course I could do that.
It's always the highest compliment. Like anytime I see anyone, I never get mad about it. I'm just like, oh, I'm doing something right. Because that's all I do. I cannibalize all kinds of stuff that I actually like and try to do like my own version of it, man. So like it never bothered me, man. It just let me know that I was like kind of sort of in the right direction, dude. But like I needed somebody with like legitimate like chops, man. And like it was just something about like even pairing up with Randy, dude. It wasn't like a whole lot of pre-gaming or like talking about what we're gonna do. We just literally just turned the thing on and just go, and it made no sense. And I was just like, all we need is just a little bit more time, basically, to have our own inside jokes, and that's pretty much all that was missing, man. Because like we literally did not know each other personally at all.
How has the show progressed since when you first started it into what it is now? Talking about segments and all this kind of stuff. Where has it gone from the beginning?
Oh man, like we a lot. Just the overall structure of the show changed because it was basically me trying to like crack a whip and like wrangle everybody to pay attention to the actual movie. You know how it is. You know, like a lot of early podcasts, you're in this echo chamber, literally like a a very not soundproof area, and everyone's kind of yelling at each other, cracking jokes, but no one talks about the subject matter. And like I had to be Cyclops, which is the worst.
Come on, guys.
Nobody wants to be
no. Everyone wants to be Wolverine.
Nobody volunteers for Cyclops, and I'm walking around like, come on, Logan. Everyone's Logan. And
no, I'm done. Hey, Gene, follow me.
Logan.
Could never find my motorcycle. It was rough, man. And like Randy's dynamic. Number one, the show got a lot smarter because he's our resident scientist of the show. So anytime there's like any kind of like faux pas as far as space or time travel is concerned, like I have him to lean on. Randy definitely reads more books than I do, so that also adds a little more erudite quality to our show. But as far as I think the Joe Grizzly is one of the segments we gained together. Just changing how we did our final verdict stuff for knee pads and slippers. Just everything, just overall quality, just overall sound quality. Like there's certain stuff that I can't do that he can, and we literally work together to edit each show, and like our sound quality is like just skyrocketed. It's just everything, man. YouTube, like our YouTube content was like non-existent. Randy helped me out big time with that. It's just I feel like we have more of a actual like presence of like who we are and more of an identity like with him being here, which is just crazy.
So, I really just wanted a place to put all my stuff. That's all it was. I had ideas. I just wanted to put it somewhere.
It needed to go somewhere. Yeah.
I needed to go somewhere.
So I do want to say, Christopher Hewitt chimes in, says, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Ming, he does say also UTZ chips. Thanks for
chips is kind of like an East Coast thing. I think they eat them in The Office, the TV show. So I found out they sold boxes of like 60 bags of chips on Amazon. So I bought a whole box one day and I unboxed them on YouTube a couple weeks ago. So I guess they sent me free chips, man.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the comments. I see them now.
Seaguns, yeah. Seaguns comes in. No drunk writing on movies anymore. Rifting. Yeah, there we go. Rifting.
Oh no, yeah, that definitely changed. I used to be shout out to Chris Guns. That's actually one half of our sponsors, man. White Cup. We actually have sponsors
now. What?
That's another thing. Yeah, I know. And that's him. He's actually an amazing artist. They make the coolest shirts ever. They vend at Comapalooza all the time. That's actually Comapalooza is how I met damn near everyone who matters as far as the show is concerned. So like I lean and depend on the giant teat that is the Common gods.
Mm-hmm.
May I suckle for their power, but
oh,
the power. No, but what? Yeah,
Seriously.
we used to drink every show back in the day, and
I mean,
I quit
makes sense.
drinking.
You guys are called Cult 45,
right? Right. But like after like I think episode 70 is when you could hear everyone hit the wall. It was a Christmas episode. We were doing Santa's sleigh, and
that was the worst.
Yeah, we got so drunk. One of the co-hosts like just passed out, and the other one had like a existential crisis, and I'm just laughing the entire time.
It was just kept it.
Yeah,
we've all been there, I think.
Whatever, it's fine.
There have been episodes that got away from us, and I'll just say I'm not editing this, and I'll call it the E&J special or something. But yeah, like I quit drinking. I think around 2017, and because I think I didn't have a lot of faith either in like how well I was going to riff or like like keep making jokes and stuff by being sober. But like I felt like I was a little bit more on task, which helped. And also I'm not dying, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's a plus, right?
Yeah, mornings are rough, man.
Yeah.
Like mornings after, I'm like, why am I so just? Why does everything hurt? Not even looking at the beer bottles on the floor. Just sad.
So you guys cover a lot of different movies. How do you decide what you're going to do on each episode? I know I was lucky enough to be a guest on your show, and I picked the movie. But do you let guests pick movies, or do you choose a lot of it for yourselves?
Only our most illustrious guests get to pick.
I appreciate
that.
Oh,
that's how that works. That's how that works. Yes, absolutely. No, like if we actually like have a legitimate relationship with anybody before they came on the show, we absolutely let them pick. That's just how it has to work. We didn't really have a schedule to begin with when we started, right, Randy? We kind of
it was just random stuff, and then
we're just trying to pick stuff that would track. And then I had the idea because Hollywood was in this thing where they were just like, hey, we already did this, let's do it again.
Oh yeah, so the rehash year. It was like every year, every new release of a remake of a rematch or something that had already an original idea somewhere that like was coming out next month.
There's no more original ideas.
Yeah, and it was like, you know what? It's coming out. We could do the old It while the new It's on theaters, and that way it's like when they type in It and they're like, oh look, there's a podcast that's talking about It.
Yep. I think the most fun we had was doing because when Thor Ragnarok came out, we did the Bill Bixby Hulk and Thor crossover.
Yeah, the
shoulder boobs.
Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
No, that's the one with Daredevil.
That's the one with Daredevil. That's right.
That's the one with, I think it was the Return. It might have been the Return. It was a very just blah name, but seeing that and just being in awe that they had the gall to like bring Thor in the Bixby universe. That is ambition, man. That is like you have a vision. You're like, I don't care. This is happening. All we have is this old Viking. I don't care. Give it to him. Do it.
Got a helmet and a fur coat. It's enough.
Give me your biggest blonde.
Mjolnir is the size of like a Home Depot hammer. It's fine. Let it go.
It's a nutcracker. It can crack a walnut. Yeah, they had plenty of vision. They had no button. Not enough.
No budget to speak of, but yeah.
Just slow the film. Slow it down.
Oh yeah,
everything's more epic when you.
It
slow
was
it
the
down,
Zack Snyder special. It was like 80% slow mo.
This is the birth of Zack. Zack saw this film and it was just like, this is it.
It's the best.
This is it. He was triggered.
I can see all the muscles flex.
So, what's been your favorite movie to cover?
Oof, I gotta think about that one.
That's a lot.
What about you, Randy?
Let's see. The one I always seem to go back to. I really like our Django episode, and I keep directing people back to Django. It is like that's the episode. It might be the Highlander one now, but it's definitely the Django episode that I keep throwing people back to. That's how I got my cousin to listen to it, and like,
really?
Yeah, he's like, well, I heard about you're on a podcast. Like, yeah, you should. You can listen to it. It's like, which episode should I listen to? Like, listen to the one that Django Unchained. It's fine.
I mean, I
think
that's
your go-to.
I think the
Just
statute
telling him about
limits.
Django.
I think the reason he likes Django so much is because that was we were promoting Common Palooza, and because we have this thing where that's when it gets tough around Common Palooza season. So we're like, all right, who's the guest there? What movie have they been in? And Walton Goggins and MC Gainey were both in Django Unchained. Unfortunately, they were
the slave owners and like murderers and like, oh, well, that's fun.
So, at the most inopportune time, we'll be like, and Kamapalooza, everyone. We're gonna be
that guy's coming. You should meet him.
I know he's totally nice in real life.
He's a real great guy, I'm sure.
Man, my favorite one. That's so hard because we definitely been like topping stuff. I might say I'm probably gonna say Friday the 13th Part 3.
Okay.
Part 3.
Oh yeah, with
Ed and Aaron. Yeah.
Ed and Aaron, yeah.
Because it was it was one of the it's kind of a self-serving reason, but like I made a joke about something and I let the little seed develop. And like we got to the end of the show and I finally did it. And like one of the guests was like blown away by it and like broke down what I did and was just so proud of me. And I was like, yes, I love admiration. I need it. I don't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Good job, sir. Good job.
But Terminator 2 is definitely a strong one. And that's our go-to soundbite for like
give us money.
We can't do the soundbite right now because I want to demonetize you guys. But that was a lot of fun. Oh, I think
it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because C Guns came in with Randy's hilarious voices.
Oh yeah. He's the king.
Thank you.
He's the king of voices. Like
I do my best. I really do. I have 3. I have a high one, and a low one, and a Sean Connery. That's basically it.
No, I heard you do a Yoda on another show.
Oh yeah, I did a Yoda.
You can still use Sean Connery for a while. It's still good.
I can, yeah.
You can't retire that. I think my Sean Connery's Daryl Hannah's Sean Connery. So I don't think it counts.
So you're mentioning him. Why aren't we hearing him?
Because usually he says you're gonna get demonetized, guys.
No.
He does say bad stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Trebek. That's all I can do.
Shock it to the back.
Feel the stag.
What your mother said last night.
Can you feel it, Highlander? Feel the stag.
Feel it.
Feel his heartbeat.
I see my cutter on your voice. Yes, great lines. Great lines.
So going back, we have no redeeming qualities. Who wants to be the Cyclops?
Oh man! Shout out to those guys. Those are our friends.
Thanks for joining us on the stream.
Poor Scott.
Arn, that's from YouTube.
That's Aaron. That's the guy I was just talking about.
Oh yeah.
Aaron.
State your take.
Shout out to State Your Take. Shout out to No Redeeming Qualities, man.
So let's go ahead and get through some of these other comments real quick. Keep sending them in, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. Brought a 42 count party pack and going back to the chips.
Utz chip.
Oh
yeah.
Shout out to Utz, man.
Yes.
Utz. Yeah, send free chips to Call 45, to a Shared Universe, to Metal Geeks.
Yeah, please, yes.
Yes. I would love to eat some. I would love to put Utz in my mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. With that said, pay us in chips. We'll take it.
Pay us in chips.
We will take it. We will take
what about this
shower
one?
Shower me in salty vinegar chips.
Oh, what's up, Broward?
Yes, please.
So
Christopher Broward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I screw up anybody's names on here. Quantum Theory Randy trying to figure out the plot holes and is always a good time.
I really enjoy that because it's like I like pushing my movie making brain to its max, and sometimes it's just I'll make real far leaps, but then sometimes I'll be like, why did they even bother doing all this when they could have just like, I don't know, put him in a samurai suit and we'd be done with this whole thing. And they're like,
it's only sad when Randy Brain actually like you could hear it break because like he'll try to I can't even imagine it. I think Head is definitely one of them. He tried to find logic in.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Hear the gears stall, and I'm just like, let it go, worst.
Bro.
I told you, dude, there's no rhyme or reason for that movie. It's just you got to let it go.
That's probably one of the most research because I had no choice but to do.
That's what it was. I didn't like
no
that.
Choice. There's no way I couldn't riff on that one. I needed backstory on all of that.
That's one of the reasons I picked it.
It's like not only do you have to watch the movie Head, you got to watch 2 more documentaries about it. And I was
I knew
Yeah,
it was
I'm
a
done.
test. I know a challenge when I see one. I was like, oh, I was
And,
ready.
It's already going to be a fun.
We're talking
episode.
about the Monkeys movie head, not any other kind of
Right,
movie.
exactly.
Right.
Yes.
YouTube. Don't freak out.
Yes.
Yes.
so
Not
that was
that.
your episode, episode 246.
Yes.
Call 45. That's awesome.
That was a good time, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We had a blast, dude. Thank you for introducing that movie to me, dude. I was never the same. That was
Crazy.
amazing. Then learning that Jack Nicholson had everything to do with it was like,
Oh yeah.
What? No way. No.
nuts.
So then, what are your favorite types of movies to do for the show?
I like the sci-fi movies. I do because I do like the plot holes and like I'm kind of sad I wasn't a part of Event Horizon and I just now watched it.
Yeah,
But that's like,
you would have been. It'd have been awesome
Yeah,
to have you on.
I'd have
that
been just sitting there
I
for
regret that.
40 minutes explaining why this ship works. And
one.
I was like, just turn it on. It'll be fine.
Oh, you were the only one that took the science in Lost in Space serious. I was like, dude,
I
what is
did.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
I never knew what a scoop engine was until that episode. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. I like the Korean horrors and like any of like the grindhousey like just so bad they're good movies like Miami Connection, stuff like that, or Ju-on. What else we do? We did Thirst, Audition, any Takashi Miike movie. I'm in. I'm all in. I love those movies so much, man. Like I just like seeing like stuff that's just out of the box. Old Boy. One of these days we're doing Gozu, bro, and you're gonna lose your mind. But like it's but like I like shock value movies that make anything that makes it better for us to talk about on the show. Like I get really excited for. Because like being able to, cause if it's a movie like we really like, we just spend most of the movie just like loving on it, rather than trying to explain this to you in a visual, in a audio medium to try to wrap your brain around what's actually happening and how insane it is. Like I think one of the most insane movies I've ever seen was like The Holy Mountain, and that was like episode 3.
Yeah, I've been trying to find that one.
Good luck.
I
It's
couldn't.
hard.
I was like, okay.
It's hard, dude.
Is there any style movies that you guys won't cover?
We got dangerously close to the edge one time, and I was like, you know what? Never. Don't let me choose this again, or at least we'll read up on it again.
That was bad because we both were like against time, and we watched that movie the day of recording, and like we never did that again. That was I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah,
that was bad. So anything in that neighborhood we're not touching because we changed our tone. We're taking this serious. Nothing is funny about this. I think Serbian film is probably a hard no. Like it's a hard no unless like someone like literally shows up to for like a briefcase of money.
Yeah, I was like, okay, how much you okay?
Because it's apropos. It's apropos of the movie. The movie
that's a New York trip right there. I guess we're doing it.
But it's like anything that's just like just effed up for effed up sake. Because like we did Human Centipede up to part 2, but like I refused to do 3 because they weren't even like trying to actually make a film. It was just garbage.
They made a 3. Why?
I don't know. Like when you watch it, it doesn't make sense of why they did it. It's kind of like
had to complete the centipede.
Yeah, 3 parts, right?
3 of them, right?
Yeah,
he completed the full sequence in 2. This one was just. No. I think I feel like that director. Because 1 was like bad, but people were like, it's not that bad. So then he made 2 to mess your head up.
Like, yeah.
And then 3 is like, I feel like he made 3 as a test that if you say 3 is good, he knows you're not like a real fan. He knows you're just full of crap. Like, because it's so, I never finished it. It was just, there was no substance, all shock, nothing behind it. You know what I mean? Like no kind of motivational, like you're just throwing stuff on screen. It was awful.
Like I sometimes I go back and listen to the older episodes, and I have yet to go back to Human Centipede. Like I will not know because every time I do, I literally feel like I'm gonna vomit again. Like
really?
I felt like
it wasn't that bad.
I felt like I was gonna
2 was
vomit
bad
the entire time I was watching that movie.
2 was bad. 1 wasn't that bad. 2 had to be in black and white, and then there was a part that wasn't in black and white, and that was a lot. That was a lot. I can't talk about it, guys.
go listen to the show.
Yeah. Just don't be near baby food when you watch that.
Yeah, don't do that. All right, so Christopher asked a question, and I'm going to direct this to Brennan and Randy first. What's your favorite Star Wars moment?
I was about to troll him.
Yeah.
When Finn and Rose kissed. Honestly, my favorite scene is when Darth Vader was like throwing like everything at Luke in Revenge, and I feel like he hit him with a toaster. I'm sure there was a space toaster that hit him in the head, bro. Like I swear.
It was one of those little mouse droids. That's all it was.
Nah, I'm sure he got hit with a toaster.
Well, if you turn those mouse droids over, you can make toast out of them. So
There you go. Perfect.
That's my favorite. Like, honestly, that's my favorite scene. Just like, because I like as a kid, I thought, I'm not paying attention to the title.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. They strike back, but the good guys are gonna. Oh, he's getting destroyed. Oh, this is awful.
Yeah.
Oh, his hand's gone. Oh God, like it was just it's the best part.
I like Darth Vader's like run in Rogue One. Like just that whole 15 sec, like the whole 5 minutes.
Good one.
It's just like is everything you have heard about Darth Vader, but have never really seen. And it's like, but now you get to see it in like full, and you realize that why people are terrified of this person. And it's like, okay, now I see why you guys run from him, because you should. And then but then like I was reading some of the Darth Vader comics too, and it's just like it's just as bad, if not worse, that he's like, no, I'm so overpowered, no one will stop me.
yeah, the comics are good.
Comics are dope.
Yeah.
Comics are so dope.
Yeah, good job, Marvel.
Oh yeah. Good job.
I guess they know what they're doing. They might go somewhere.
Who cares? Eventually, this pitiful books things.
I'm excited.
So what I'm hearing is nobody's picking Jar Jar, right?
No,
No.
Nah. I would watch Rose and Finn kiss like every day.
I like that part in Robot Chicken when Jar Jar is like revealed to be a Sith Lord. Yeah, that makes sense.
Stop it.
That's my favorite part.
I don't know if that's canon or not, but
It's gonna be. It should be.
It might as well be.
It might as well be.
Just help him out. Just throw him a bone. That's a rough one. I feel worse for the guy that played Jar Jar, because that's just rough.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for that.
He was just getting paid.
He was trying to get paid, man. He was like, it's CG. They won't know it's me. Like,
man.
Yep. They found out quick.
oh yeah.
IMDb. I was like, oh dang it.
Come on, internet. Be better.
I mean, IMDb wasn't on that level yet, so he thought he'll be safe. They're like, no.
They know. They've been waiting for this.
So, have you guys ever done like family Disney type films?
No.
Any particular reason why?
I don't, unless it's like there's a moment that's like ironically hilarious or something, like, because I could see, like, I've thought about doing Mac and Me. I know it's not Disney, but like that's like the only type of
that would be a great one.
Yeah, like anything that's like a kids movie that's like that is just really tone deaf now, I would do. But like I just feel like, a nice hokey family film just wouldn't make for a good episode. You know what I mean?
The closest one I think we can do or say we did was The Wizard. That was the closest kids-friendly movie that I've.
Well, we found some dark.
But then it got so bad. Well, we're like, because
they hired a child hunter. They did legitimately.
Why do you have this child murderer hunting this children? It's just not good.
He's too gung ho about that. Well, I'll find your kid. Like,
pulls out a switchblade and like, what?
It was a 2-hour Power Glove commercial.
It was.
But, yeah.
It's so bad.
So bad.
I saw that in the theater. I remember that.
That's legalese though. Like that's the perfect legal like cop out. He told you it was bad. You cannot get upset that it was trash. Like he said it.
Yeah.
He said it.
I
hated the Power Glove, man. I wanted it so bad, and then I got one good look at it, and I was like, oh, this won't work. This will never work.
How do you play?
He was playing like racing games, unrealistically.
Yeah, he was driving the car.
No, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works at all.
Yeah, not for another 25 years, bro. What are you, like a time traveler? Like, get out of here.
Time traveler?
He might be, man. He was pretty cool. He was pretty cool.
He was every blonde white boy I've ever met, and it just made me so mad about like, I hate you.
Well, I mean, not only is that movie a classic, it foretold, esports.
Yeah, that's true.
5 years before it happened, like the whole tournament, like that's what they look like now.
That movie was a prophet.
Yeah, it totally was.
They just got the game wrong because it's like, who's gonna get to level 4? Like it was. You got to hand it to the guy that was doing the announcing. He had to dig deep.
It was Super Mario Brothers 3, right?
Yeah. Because didn't they do it was something that they like messed up the continuity wise because like no one's supposed to ever play the game before.
Oh yeah,
and he's like he did the secret levels. Like how would anyone?
How would you know?
She used the whistle. Get the whistle, and they're like, wait.
Oh yeah,
right.
He was telling like, how do you know?
How do you know? Did you see this before?
You called that number in Nintendo Power Magazine, man.
Oh man, that was the best scene. And that
guy was
shout out to that staff, right? Just he loved his job.
It's like whatever.
I'm surprised he didn't have like the tweed jacket with the patches and stuff. He just takes it off, throws over his shoulder.
So what you're saying is the movie doesn't hold up?
Ooh.
I don't know about holding up, but it's a great snapshot of that time. For sure.
Yeah.
It's an excellent snapshot of that time.
I still find comfort in it. I'm still mad at his family. It's like, why would you it's like
it's
you
a step
have a special
that
needs child.
Yeah.
Like try to be more relatable to your special needs child, and then you'll be like, oh, maybe we don't have to put him in a home.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's like super like bad, like dated. Is just that's with any movie with mental health. It's pretty bad.
But it's even like watching all the other movies about mental health, they're just as bad. It's like, yeah, we'll lobotomize you if you act up too much, or we'll put you in a quiet room if you're too black and yelling too much, or just like
Dream Warriors.
Like, there's so many like bad.
He killed himself. Quick!
Yeah.
Like, whoa!
He killed himself because he was weak. I was like, what? That's not how health works. You like this?
This is rough. Rough times.
I think that can be said about just about any movie, though, at this point. So, I mean, they've all got their problems. We're all looking at it through filtered glasses at this point. So,
yeah, but
some are worse than
I mean, hopefully,
but it's like we're
getting better.
I was watching someone what was it, Foxy Brown, and it was like how the cop always beating up on people, and I'm just like, oh, I guess that hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't.
So back to podcasting, I got a question for you guys. Now that you've been doing it for 5+ years, where do you see the next steps in podcasting going?
It's definitely going to visual. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the things I was like, ugh, we need to make some upgrades, make some changes, because it's like, bigger outreach as far as like having different avenues and stuff. Doing just audio is not going to cut it anymore. Unless unless you're Joe Rogan, but but you get to make TV appearances anyway. Yeah. But being seen, super important. And like I've noticed that like some people was like, hey, we're starting a podcast, and it's not even available on iTunes or Spotify. It's just straight YouTube and whatever. And I'm just like,
or whatever.
We got to make changes.
I think we also need to set up like a network too, like tagging other shows or being part of a big group helps you out. Everyone points to one another and it makes the group better. So
yeah, I
Ming knows all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know y'all do.
That's what the partnership program started for,
Right.
And that's really cool. Bringing it back to Comic Palooza, I guess, at that point. Cary, where can people go and find their way into the podcast family for Comic Palooza?
Well, there's a podcast page on the website at comicpalooza.com. We don't have applications for next year quite open yet, but we had a bunch of applications, a lot of good shows that applied this year, and then 2020 happened and the show didn't happen. So a lot of those shows that applied are still going to be, on the list for next year.
Oh.
So nobody's missing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna miss out on the Kumite this year, man. It was a bummer. That's how we get in. Yeah, that's how we get in.
What a great analogy. I mean, I guess there's no real fight to the death or anything, but like it's that gathering.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends, man. If your fighting style is weak enough, you will not live out of there. You don't make it. You die.
Keep messing around trying to break
What is it,
bricks.
anchor?
No.
You just right there.
Yeah, you might not make it to Sunday if you're too weak, man. So
I made it on my cell phone. Look, snap.
Yeah, snap. Never again.
Yeah, test your might at Comic Palooza, man.
That's right, man.
Exactly.
That's right. We had to do a live show right by the Make-A-Wish wheel our first year, and that was.
I remember that.
Oh wow.
Man.
Real.
Could you imagine having to be in a position to tell them kids they can't have their wishes come true? You're like, no, you die sad. I need to make these butt jokes.
I just yelled over it. Whatever.
I just quietly resigned. There was an origami table that was next door. He accidentally unplugged our camera.
Really?
He was so mad. I was like, dude, your goods are too perishable to be having an attitude right now, bro. I need you to chill out because I will unfold all those cranes.
Fires everywhere.
You're just gonna see a nice, neat stack of papers. It's no,
man.
So where do you guys see your podcast going from here?
Oh man,
Is it just keep going the way it's going? Are you gonna make some changes along the way, or?
I mean, there's always room for improvements, but it's kind of like we got to the point where I guess our watermark was super low. It was like, let's be productive forever. And then like that was happening. And that was kind of like, okay, well, what else can we do? Like, how can we be, how do we beat this algorithm? Because we're not paying any of these social media, avenues to like feature us. So like, that's kind of our final boss right now. Yeah. It's like how to do this on the budget that we have and like kind of like build our, because we thank God we have a Patreon. So we're able to kind of, because like, I seen too many horror stories on YouTube with like demonetization and like, we're very outward about, issues that pertain to us with Black people and stuff like that. And I don't want to have to be, on a visible leash, to talk about stuff that actually like bothers me. And it's not like, it's not like we're talking about anything crazy or, anti this or that, you know what I mean? But it's like, I could get demonetized immediately to talk about saying coronavirus out loud or, or doing anything like that. Like I'm not with that. So like, that's kind of like our biggest hurdle right now is, being able to still be like a free entity and like progress forward without having to like kowtow to like these big corporations.
Do you think that's a hindrance if you wanted to start doing like a live stream your show instead of just recording them?
Not really. Like I feel like the podcast as it is now is kind of like its own thing. Because like I like the way that I edit the show is because you can't see us. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that's added after the fact in post that like actually make the show what it is. So if we do anything, visual, it's just gonna be its own thing anyway. Because it's just like I can't, just for the sake of people who've been listening to us, I can't turn my back on that and just like disregard everything. Because there's so many cool things we get to do because it's in post. Or if I'm making a joke or we're saying anything, and I could change the pitch after the fact or do whatever, and like not try to cue up the joke live. You know what I mean? Because I've seen some people kind of like overly telegraph the jokes to make the sound drop work the right way. Like I like it the way it is. And like if you see us do anything where you see us both, it's gonna be like a whole nother thing, and we'll just have to fit it into our schedule because we kind of practice that a bit with our Patreon. Cause we do our pour ups where we have like we do exclusive videos talking about more current movies, and that's kind of how we get our kind of get a little bit of practice in like being used to being seen on camera and not because sometimes I don't know what to do with my hands, man. I'm like Ricky Bobby sometimes.
I just keep it down here next to my junk.
I know, yeah.
I'm fine.
That's why I'm glad that the camera cuts off because my hands have been doing this the whole time, guys. Like a weird wizard.
How long does it take you to edit an episodes? You do a lot of editing, and I think there are two schools of thought for podcasts. Some people just let it go. Well, you guys do a lot of editing, and I think it's great for your show for sure. But how long does a typical episode take to edit? It looks like a lot of work.
How long does it take you? I mean, I know how long it takes me, but I don't know.
4.5 to 5 hours.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And but I love it. Like I hate it. I hate it, but I love it because there are moments where you're making chicken bleep, into chicken salad sometimes, and it's cool seeing like nobody knows. Oh man, great show. It's like you have no idea, you idiot. And it's like and like that's fun. Or if the show's already amazing, like you could tell. Like if you're a long time listener, you'll know when there's a lot of cooking and when there's very little cooking. And then there's some episodes that like really need like Cary's episode is the best example. Like you need that additional supplement stuff to kind of add in because there's a lot of songs. So like I could take advantage of just like having a certain song play as we talk, and it kind of like builds a nice like picture. Like I feel like I'm crafting something every episode.
I agree for sure.
Yep.
What program are you using to edit?
I'm using Sony Vegas, man. I'm not even
Amazing.
It's an old rusty sawed-off shotgun, man. That is my.
It'll kill whatever you need killing just as good as sighted plasma rifle or whatever Arnold was looking for in the first Terminator.
Right.
Hey, just what I got in the shop, guy.
That's all I got, buddy. I don't know what kind of zippity zoot are you looking for, buddy. That's all we got.
So Vegas
don't give him the bullets, though, man.
Yeah,
it's a video editing software, right?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah. It's video editing software, and I take advantage of it. So, like, instead of having, it helps me because it's like I only have to learn one thing. So when I do videos, it was kind of like second nature to just like, oh, okay, I can just do X, Y, Z.
I'm on board with you, man. I do all my audio editing in Adobe Premiere, so.
Oh, nice.
So all my shows are done in that. So it's just because it's just comfortable to me, once you learn something.
It feels right. Yeah, exactly. And like whenever anyone asks me about my setup, it's just like, oh man, it's like flux capacitor wires and stuff. It's like, I don't think you might want to go in this direction.
There's that stuff in the garage.
Yeah, don't do it my way. It's like this is a backwater hooch in comparison to other stuff, man. So it's like, but I don't know, man. It's my jam. Like I know it's an egregious amount of time, but I feel like whenever we get new listeners, I notice they go backwards, and like it makes me feel good because I know they're gonna like get all the work that I wasted my life on in the past, and like kind of it'll be one cohesive unit for me, and it won't be in vain.
Don't go too far back though.
No, yeah. It's trash at I think like in the 30s. It's pretty bad. Like. I was using like originally the first equipment I was using was just a handy cam, and I would rip the video and just use the audio off the handy cam. That was my first piece of equipment, and then I got a Zoom H4n, but I didn't know how to work it properly. So there's a couple of episodes of me like teaching myself how to like master sound, and so it's awful.
What do you use to capture the audio now?
I use a Behringer mixer. And I still use the H4n because I spent the money on it. So I reverse engineer my setup. Like buy new stuff. No, never. Like so like it's still there. I'm using it right now as a little audio interface, but it's a weird setup. It's a weird setup, but like because I spend so much time doing all the other stuff, I keep everybody on one track, which is insane to a lot of people, but like it saves me another 3 hours. Yeah, that's where Randy comes in. Randy comes in, sprinkle a little cocaine dust on that, and we get it all packaged up, and it works out pretty well. Yep. I should have said something else. I'm sorry.
Fairy dust. It's
magic fairy dust. Yes.
Yeah,
magic powder. Damn it. But
sprinkle of powdered sugar on it.
Yeah, there it is. I could have said that. I could have said frosting. I could have said anything.
You could have said anything else.
Yep. I could have said anything but that. And here we are. I'm sorry.
So
that's fine.
Watch I get swatted like right. No,
we're not swatting you.
Okay, cool.
So what is one of your main ways of keeping from pod fading? Like, how do you keep your show going?
Oh, you mean like just overall fatigue of doing the show?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't
have anything else going on. That's what it is.
It's like just boredom, I guess.
You know what? Like to be completely honest, I was powered by spite. Against
good
no, I mean seriously, like it was more like spite of myself. As far as like just like because there have been many times where I was going to give up when things were actually difficult, and it was just like it was like a nice fu to me and like the me that wouldn't like complete things, you know, and finish or anything. So it was kind of like a lot of it was in spite of myself, and then it turned from spite to like seeking like admiration.
Yeah.
And then once I got past that weird phase, it was more like, oh, this is just fun, and like I'm forever creating something. Because I think once the admiration thing actually got achieved, there was actually like a core group of listeners who like I know by first and last name that are still here.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that, because like we release on Mondays, but I always put it out on Sunday, because like when I used to work on Sundays and drive trucks and stuff, there would be nothing to listen to on the radio. No radio shows, nothing. I was like, this sucks. I was like, I wish I had something to listen to. So I'd always put it out quietly on a Sunday and then announce my stuff on a Monday, because social media is stupid like that. Mm-hmm. And I would notice, I knew that I was onto something, because like one morning I looked, the day was just about to be done on a Sunday. And like, it was like the first time we broke 100 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, like I'm actually doing this for people who like actually care about what we're doing. And like that's kind of what has me going now. So like I'd never get fatigued, because I know there's people actually counting on us, because something went wrong. I think my computer died or something. Episode didn't come out. People were freaking out. Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you die? It's like,
are analytics important to you? Are they a motivator for you? Oh, really?
Absolutely. Like I was too obsessed at one time, and I had to walk away. Mm-hmm. And I was gone for a while, and then when I came back, it was like Christmas morning. Like, it was like a huge difference. Because I remember like on a good month would be if I had 60 plays on one episode, and like I go back to that same episode and it's like 800 something, and like this is like the best year. Like, even though it's probably because the world went to crap, but our best year was this year. Like, we actually did like 40,000 like downloads. Oh snap! Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Subscribe, everybody. Subscribe.
Oh man, thanks, Ming.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. But power through it. But yeah, it's just like we did over 40K this year, because I was hyped that we did 100K at the beginning of the year. And I'm like, yeah, we made 100K. Like 5 years of scratching and surviving, we made it. And then like I look up, I'm like, dude, like we literally did almost half of that this year. And it blew my mind.
That consistency of what you're doing and putting out a quality product every time, that's what's doing it.
Yeah.
Also, we beg a lot. We
Everyone
beg.
listen to my show.
My knees, guys, if y'all could see them, they're just worn down, just groveling. Cary knows. Yeah. Cary Inbox knows. He knows what's up.
That's
Please
don't. On the episode, right?
Don't forget me. Yeah. I had to grease them palms, man. I was like, please remember me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing we did with Ming was bribe him with a shirt. Like, here, take this.
There's a shirt.
Yeah, I got a shirt.
Shirt.
Remember us.
You know, I don't have a shirt.
You know what, Jared? Yours is coming, man. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's in the mail.
Yeah, Cary didn't get one either. Yeah. We'll get y'all shirts or buttons at the least.
Yeah, if you're just start a podcast, you cannot be above begging, because
no, you can't.
Cannot be above begging.
Yeah. If you have shame, then you're in the wrong business, my friend.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I do want to talk about Coral Sword a little bit. Brandon, Randy, that's the place where I met you guys first. It was me, you, and Ming. We were over there playing some board games.
Yeah,
having a really good time. So
the olden days, man, when we can breathe each other's air.
About four times.
But yeah, no, I met you guys, and I was immediately infatuated with you and your show, because it's such a great show, and you guys are so fun to hang out with and talk to, and it was very fortunate that I went that night and met you guys. So
yeah, man, it was really cool meeting you, man. Like everybody we met that day was pretty awesome, dude. It was a nice day. It was just a nice day.
It was well worth it was ditching work for. It's like I don't care about that.
Oh man, I was like, you come, you get here. Like,
that's what he did. He texted me, are you on your way? You're like, yeah, I'm right around the corner. It's fine. Like, that's 15, 20 minutes.
It was a good time, man. That was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have not been to Coral Sword yet and you're in Houston, you need to go. They're still doing some things from time to time. I know that they just had a limited Magic the Gathering Friday night draft
Oh, did
So
they?
I think it was only 8 people.
Yeah, it was very limited, but you
Yeah.
know, nothing will stop the Magic the Gathering draft. So
No.
do it safely. But yeah, I think that's the one thing that's kind of killer right now is you can't have the full blown Magic room in the back.
Right.
Right.
We did before currently, but that love never dies, man. I think Magic the Gathering players are some of the most like not foolhardy, but you know, just very dedicated. So
Yeah.
Oh, they got
Hunter
to
plays, right?
And who?
oh yeah, he I think that guy he does compete, but I think he could compete seriously if he and I think that he may be making a run at it now that he doesn't have to play baseball anymore. So
I guess we have to mention real quick that Randy is a winner here. He's a season 1 champion of
Oh
Cast
yeah.
Off.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Craig Price runs this. He was gonna do like this show at Comapalooza. Man, this is a whole Comapalooza episode. And,
I know.
And like
That's how it works.
yeah. And he was gonna do like a game show, but he turned it into like an online like game show for YouTube and Twitch. And I got involved because I met him through Comapalooza, and he's like, "Yeah, all you got to do is recast these movies, and it's like you can watch the movies or you can do whatever you want." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I basically just pretended I was casting him for like real people, and like, yeah, sure, and I won outright, like destroyed everyone. And
That's
now,
what we do. I mean, like honestly, like we literally do that for fun during our show on a whim. I was like, we got
that. When I'm sitting on the toilet, like I just like I
crushed
do it because I'm fun. I do that when I'm driving around, like, and now there's season 2 out, and I don't get to come back until January. And it's like, okay, well,
But you won already again, right?
oh, I won the first round, yeah,
Right.
Like, okay,
He's basically Bolo now. Like he just does this. Just that's all he does now. Just
I'm just waiting for my
back.
person to come and destroy.
I'm coming back in December, I think. I don't know what movie I'm doing yet, but yeah. It's fun time, even though I got my butt kicked last time. It's all right.
It happens.
It does.
It does. And I'm happy to like deal out those butt whoopings every once in a while. Just like, yep. You're kidding me? It's Pulp Fiction. I love this movie. You think I'm gonna I've already thought about this at least 3 times?
He showed me his list. I was like, dear Lord, like just go forth. Like, I don't know why you're even asking me, bro. Like, this is amazing.
Check. Yeah. This is gonna like
every movie he casts, I'm like, I need to see that yesterday. Cause I did one for my friend Steve. For like it was actually like another version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I won that. It was like the same thing, but like I think I made a controversial one because we had to recast our own Batman movie, but we had to pitch the movie.
Oh,
and I think I chose who was my Superman? I can't remember. But I remember. Oh no, yeah, I forgot who my Superman was, but I recasted Henry Cavill as Batman.
Oh yeah,
and that was a dicey pick, man. But I got through because I literally got away with murder because I was able to cast Willem Dafoe as Joker. Who else?
William Dafoe would be a good Joker.
It was just layups. It was a number of layups. I think I had Andy Serkis's Penguin.
Yeah.
Who's the guy to play Ray Donovan? I had him. What's his name? Liv Schreiber. I had Liv Schreiber playing Two-Face. It was
wow.
I got away. I got Patrick Stewart as Alfred. It was just not. It was not fair.
Wow.
It wasn't fair. Like they weren't even
trying.
Everyone had different. They were trying to pitch movies and they were casting for the movies they were pitching. I was like, nope. I'm going off pure star power. Like I don't. Like Patrick Stewart is Alfred. Like that's the movie. Like I don't have to say anything.
I learned my lesson after I tried to on Craig's show. Is like I tried to do an all black cast of Batman v Superman, and it's like you know what? No more themes. No more themes. That's not how you win.
Yeah, you can't win the crowd with that one, buddy. Like, it's worth a shot.
I would have watched this movie, but like, nope, no more themes. Okay, fine.
Well, guys, we're coming up to an hour. We're going to go ahead and let you go. But thank you so much for joining us on the stream. Again, plug your show, plug your Patreon, whatever you need to. Yeah,
man. Our Patreon is low as $1. That's how badly we need y'all, man. If y'all want to keep us from the shackles of corporate oppression. You know what I'm saying? Just give us $1. You'll get an extra episode from us where we talk about current movies. Unfortunately, yeah, right. Please, do it. Actually, do that. No, but but our maximum is like $3. We give you guys some swag for y'all to enjoy. And the same thing, Patreon /Cult 45 Podcast. Everything is Cult 45 Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. What else? We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play or Google Podcasts, wherever they're calling themselves.
TikTok. We're not doing very well on TikTok.
I mean, yeah. We're there. Like, it's there.
TikTok is a young man's game, my friends.
It really is.
Whatever.
Like,
I'm gonna get on there.
I tried to make a video and I was like, oh, I'm old. Like,
I'm not 14.
Yeah, not even close. I'm
gonna get a girl in a bikini to explain my theories, and we'll see how fast those videos fly.
You got to do that. I'll get in trouble.
I know you got a wife. It's fine.
My hands are tied. But check us out on Twitch, man. I'm actually, if anybody's still in here, I Twitch at 9:00, Tuesdays and Fridays. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that boy John Rambo. Gonna do some stabbing and some shooting. But yeah, man, guys, thank y'all so much for having us, man. It's like I know all of y'all, so it's just good seeing y'all again because I miss human contact. So
I miss you guys
for real.
And it was always a highlight of my Comic Palooza seeing you guys. And
come on, man!
It really is. It really is. And I just love seeing your dedication and just your fun. Yeah. It's all about fun in the end.
Hell yeah.
Vacation, man, and I missed it this year. And it's like,
oh, bro, yeah, this year is still not right. But thank you for autographing. It
was tough on all of us, but I think it was especially tough on Cary.
Yeah.
Because he has to do the most editing right now. He has to actually edit video. He has more work to do because of it. Like, that's the worst.
That is true.
Okay, guys. Well, again, thank you, Cult 45, for coming on the show with us. Also, thank everybody for chiming in, adding your comments. I know we didn't get to all of them, but thank you so much for commenting and keeping in the stream with us and watching. You can find us and our stuff on social at Hips HTX. You can also email us at hipshtx@gmail.com. So any final words from Ming, Cary?
Well, thank you to the Cult 45 guys for coming on. It was a blast.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys, man.
Yeah, for sure. If you have a podcast, keep going. I know things in the outside world are looking bad, but you can still do this, and we have been. Yeah. And if you haven't started, then start, because this is a good now is as good a time as any.
Exactly.
What else are you doing? Where are you going?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you all for chiming in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.